your thoughts?
What?
Nice.
Festival, Cj Nasello, RiverBender.com. It's our daily show in a different format on top of the amphitheater hill yet again. Man, it's a beautiful afternoon. And glad that you all are joining us here. This is one of my favorite events, and so many times, we see thousands of people converge onto the Alton Food Truck Festival each and every year, and it's no different this year. We're set up in a little bit different spot than we were last year, as you guys can tell, but as you can see, so many people already walking below, and we got just Rock Mafia hitting the stage, a lot of good stuff. Right off the bat, this runs for the next couple of hours. Come on down to the Alton Amphitheater, get some of the best food from the best food trucks that are around, and just be a part of it. This is one of my favorites year after year, and you heard me a couple of days ago talking with Dan Herkert, who's the Alton Amphitheater Commission Chair, and every year I go, it's time to start selling fast passes like Disney World, because if you see the lines, man, it's a wait on some of these trucks. And it's really cool to see how families have made this event their own, like the Alton Firework Festival or the Alton Fireworks on the Mississippi event, where you have people having their own spots and they all gather and they all mingle for a couple of hours and then they find their next spot. Here it's a little bit different, where all the families kind of scope out their favorite food trucks and they go, all right, that's where we're going to be. And then they have their own plot down here on the concourse as they're listening to Rock Mafia. There's so many components to these amphitheater shows, and this is a laid-back show like we did last year and the year before, where the Food Truck Festival, we come on for about an hour and we talk to Dan Herkert. We'll talk to him in about 7 minutes or so, but who's counting? Then we're going to be talking to a couple of the food truck vendors. We're going to be talking to the Alton Middle School cheerleading team, as they're here as a volunteer, just like Marquette Catholic was with Scotty McCreary, their football team was. And we'll have conversations with Event and so much more in this next hour. But as you're just joining us, thank you for hanging out with me. Cj Nasello on RiverBender.com. Always want to thank our sponsors for helping us put on our daily show each and every day of the work week, and even on Saturdays sometimes with these wonderful events. First sponsor I want to talk about is Denise Sparks. She is the best at what she does. She's the queen of junk, and I'm telling you why. For 30 years, customer service has been her go-to. When you call Denise Sparks, you get Denise Sparks. My parents switched to Sparks Junk Removal and Trash Hauling for their trash service and haven't looked back. They're saving money each month, and you might be able to too. Listen, those purple yellow trash cans mating like bunny rabbits, and they're popping all up the 618. So go to sparksjunkremoval.net right now, and you can sign up and see how the Queen of Junk can help you today. We have a big hour coming up here on top of the Amphitheater Hill. Conversations with Dan Herkert in just about 6 minutes. We're going to have conversations with food vendors in the next couple of minutes. Conversations with Eventive and all of you. If you have any thoughts, weigh in on the comment line or the text line, 618-759-7469, and let me know what you want to talk about. But man, for all the folks that said it's going to be a little bit warmer, we got to thank somebody for the cloud cover we have, because if we didn't have the clouds, it'd be a little bit different of a afternoon experience. But as you're hearing Rock Mafia behind me, man, they're really good. And to have them here for the Food Truck Festival is wonderful. We have about 17 different vendors down there, all with a variety of food to give out a variety of cuisine. And folks are already starting to make their way around here. Look at it. Pretty decent, for 4:30, and it just started at 4 o'clock. We're looking pretty good. This runs for the next few hours. You got to get to downtown Alton for the sights and sounds of the Alton Food Truck Festival, powered by Sauce Magazine. And you'll hear later on in this broadcast about that partnership through Eventive and how this Food Truck Festival is able to go about. We have conversations coming up that you guys don't want to miss. And also, while I have you, make sure you stay tuned, because coming up tonight at around 6:30ish, I'll be live at the Alton Marina for their 28th anniversary party. So we got a busy evening here on RiverBender.com, but I got you guys to keep me company and all the fun that we're getting ready to have. But man, if you guys could just kind of experience this right now, if you're watching at home, we got a nice breeze going. We got some wonderful cloud cover, and it really is making for a nice August afternoon. And that's what people need right now. It's not Scotty McCreery when it was 65 degrees darn near. It's 88 degrees right now, as you can see on your lower third at 435. But man, by the time that this thing gets rocking and rolling here in a half hour, we're going to be looking pretty good. I'm going to go through a couple of the food trucks that are on hand tonight, just so that way we can wet your palates as we're waiting for Dan Herkert to join us here in a couple of moments. So while we have you, let's go through what we're going to be tasting tonight. 4 to 8 o'clock today at the Alton Amphitheater. You have until 8 to stop by and have Beast Barbecue, Cajun Seduction, Doughboys, Duchess Royal, Rose Royal, Fire and Ice, Go Euro Go, Jive Turkey, the Mobile, who's going to be joining us at 4:50, Scoops and More, Soul Taco, Tacos, Tuk Tuk Thai, Spud Shack, Soul Taco, you name it, they're here. They got everything for you. And I'm telling you what, you aren't going to want to miss this. While I have you, too, as we're talking Alton Amphitheater, mark your calendars for beep, boop, beep, boop. Next week, August the 31st, is we have the Alton Jazz and Wine Festival. One of my favorite events is they turn this stage right behind me, as you can see on your screen. This becomes a nightclub, and this is what or a jazz club and a bistro, and they do such a great job of it. And what I think's cool is next week on the 31st, the Jazz Confluence Band will be here. Jim Manley, who's just such a renowned artist, and so much more. So that's just to wet your palate for the 31st. But for the next hour, we got to wet your taste buds, because it's time for you to eat at the Alton Food Truck Festival 2024, powered by Sauce Magazine. We'll take a quick break. More of our daily show on a Saturday afternoon next.
Since 1993, Sparks Junk Removal is always adapting to the needs of our clients. That is why we now offer weekly trash pickup for selected areas. Plus, we offer driveway-safe rubber-tired dumpster rental. Give us a call today at 618-781-1407 or visit us at sparksjunkremoval.net.
I just got a new air conditioner. Top of the line.
I bet mine's better. It's so efficient and quiet, I hardly know it's running.
I've got you both trunked. I've got a Linux.
So do I.
Barrett Heating and Cooling carries Linux products to meet any budget. Don't gamble with your energy dollars. Call Barrett Heating and Cooling and start saving today.
Lennox. Innovation never felt so good.
Ready for fantastic deals? Head to Village Dispensary, where every day is a celebration. Start your week with 25% off Dog Walker pre-rolls on Monday. Tuesday, enjoy 25% off Divs gummies. On Wednesday, enjoy 30% off Nevada pens. On Thursday, it's 30% off CQ sodas, margaritas, and more. Friday, enjoy 3.5 grams of Megatron by NGW and Cronuts number 4 by Paul Bunyan for $25. Visit villagedispo.com and shop now.
Life's better when you're under the American Family Insurance roof, because they know your house is home base for their dreams. Whether it's a kid like me aiming for the big leagues, ready, future rocket scientist, or a budding prima ballerina. When you feel totally protected, your family's free to pursue their dreams. She's good.
Let's go.
American Family Insurance.
Get paid to go solar.
We're not solar bros. At Grid, we're solar pros. We explain the process behind solar power so you can make an informed decision. We'll work with you to make owning your power as simple as possible and affordable with zero down financing and payment options. Our only goal is to save you money. Call Grid when you're ready to be independent of the power company.
You're listening to Our Daily Show with Cj Nasello on RiverBender.com.
Here we go. Friend of the show, Dan Herkert, the Alton Amphitheater Commission Chair. on a really nice Saturday afternoon.
Gorgeous day. I mean, we thought the temperatures were going to be a little higher, but the cloud cover and the breeze coming off the rivers made it a very comfortable afternoon.
Well, and what a setting right now. I mean, we have folks that, right off the bat, they were here before 4 o'clock.
Oh, yeah. People started trickling in before 3:30, checking out the menus and getting ready to get in line.
I was telling people when I opened the show up that you hit it right on the head with this new tradition like folks have with fireworks on the Mississippi. Families were gathered in their spots, and they were charting them out.
Folks have brought their 10x10s. They're in for the day. They're down to enjoy a beautiful day on our riverfront.
Well, and now take me through just the setup today and what that looked like as you guys were getting in.
Well, it started relatively early today, before noon. Some of the city staff was here getting the umbrellas up, and then Eventive was on site early, and then Sauce Magazine showed up, and the first truck started pulling in around 1. We were actually set up early this year and actually started selling a little bit early.
No kidding. Now, any trucks not able to make the trek?
There was one truck that, like every year, had an issue and couldn't make it, but we're still 16 or 17 deep, which is about average. I mean, last year we had a few more, but it's always at least 16 or 17.
Well, and what I think's really great about today, I mean, you couldn't have asked for a better breeze, and just Rock Mafia sounding really good on the stage.
We thought they would be a great addition to this event. That's become an integral part of this event, is good entertainment, and they're filling the bill that's been set.
Well, and just looking at the plaza, I mean, folks are really ready to listen to and spend some time down here.
Oh,
today.
yeah, and we're getting the early crowd, and we'll get a rush about 5:30. Between 5:30 and 6 is when the big rush comes through.
No kidding, okay.
So you'll see the crowd probably double in size over the next hour or so.
Now, how many, I mean, we always know that around a couple of thousand each and every year come in.
On a bad year, you'll have 3,000 that go through here in the course of the afternoon.
Well, and now take me through Eventive and Sauce Magazine's work on this event with you guys.
Well, it's become a turnkey event because we've been doing this is the 10th edition, I think. I'm double checking that because somebody did bring to my attention it might be the 9th, but I'm pretty sure it's the 10th. Sauce does a great job organizing the trucks. There are no glitches in this event. The city, I have to give a shout out to Lindsay and Tom on the city staff for everything that they've done, and our staff from the Amphitheater Commission and the volunteer groups. So far, so good.
Well, and too, the volunteers are excited to be here today. I just talked to the Alton Middle School cheerleading group. They're going to come up and talk here in a couple of minutes, but just to hear that there's folks that are excited to volunteer their time for you guys has got to be cool.
Absolutely. We have a lot of returning volunteer groups. They know this is old hat for them, so we hope they do well today and earn a little bit of extra money for their organization, and that's the reason we do that.
Something I never asked you is, how does that work?
If somebody's interested, they either come to a commission meeting or they reach out to Lindsay at Park and Rec and get on the agenda. We meet with them. We discuss, do they have the ability to have the number of volunteers needed. We've never turned a group away, knock on wood, in all the years I've been involved. So if there is any group out there, you have to be either an educational or a charity group, non-profit, in order to do it. But if anybody's interested, we'll work you into the rotation.
Well, and also too, how do they raise funds for this? What portion of it goes back to them?
Well, they get every group that volunteers gets a small donation from the commission, depending on what event it is and the size of the event, and then all the tips go to them.
Man, I never asked you that, and that's really good to know too, because it's always good to know that there's a catalyst in some way to help another group out coming and volunteering their time. And now, getting into this, have you tasted any food trucks yet?
Not yet. I'm ready.
Now, which one have you been eyeing up?
Well, Beast Barbecue's always been a favorite of mine, and Pig on a Wing, the local truck, I'll hit them. But I've been eyeing a few of the menus.
Now, has Pig on a Wing been here since the start?
Every year but one.
Wow. And that's just cool to see, too. And now, I mean, you got folks that literally have gotten out of their rooms at the Viking ship just to watch. I mean, that's what I think's wonderful.
That's even better that we have the Viking cruise ship docked here today. So that's an added benefit to us, and it's an added benefit that those folks get to experience something else that Alton has to offer.
100% over. And what I think's even better, this is the event where people mingle. And I've seen it myself, where you'll see hordes of folks walk across the sky bridge or the bridge over here and go right into Broadway and start eating again.
Absolutely. This is a catalyst to bring a whole bunch of people to town, and hopefully they'll get out and experience what this town has to offer.
Well, and take me through, are you guys really excited when it comes to these type of anchor events where you know it's tried true, you know what you're going to get? Take me through that kind of aspect.
These are the easy ones, the anchor events every year, because we know they've got their weekend on the calendar. It's easy to to slot them in, and we've done them long enough that there's always going to be something that comes up in the course of an event that's unexpected. But for the most part, this one runs itself.
And not to patronize you, Dan, but the way that you guys produce the events are really cool because, yeah, we're all busy in the summer, so it's hard to, have a, every other week, coming to the amphitheater, but now this is fun.
Well,
Kids are back in school, jazz and wine next weekend.
The production, that goes to Eventive and the professionalism that they bring to the table with their experience in producing events. But you're right, it's hard to break through the clutter in the 21st century with all the different options with technology and entertainment options. So we just hope that we continue to be supported not only locally but regionally.
And while I have you too, how's Jazz and Wine looking for the 31st?
It's looking good. The weather's looking perfect for that. By that evening, it could be 80 or less degrees.
Oh, wow.
So keep your fingers crossed. The tickets are selling on the stage. I know you'll have something to announce next week about that.
Stay tuned.
But we're very excited about it. Jim Manley's a personal favorite of mine, so I'm even more excited than I normally am for that event.
Well, and you got a couple of great groups that are on before Jim as well. You guys can get tickets now at metrotix.com, but really cool how the turnaround's that quick on these events because you guys are so experienced in what you do now.
It comes down to it's a partnership across the city, Eventive, the Amphitheater Commission. We all work very well together. It's a team effort.
One thing that I wanted to point out, if it's okay today, was seeing the police officers walking around and seeing the citizens going up and just saying, hey, we're with you. That's what I thought was really cool today after the tough week we've had here in Alton.
Absolutely. It's been a difficult week for the city. It's great to see people reaching out to our officers and asking how the department's doing, how the officer affected is doing. So I take heart in that, and it just shows the spirit of this community.
It shows how tight we are. I mean, when going gets tough, we're here to lift each other up. And, guys, come on down. You got until 8 o'clock tonight. Now, I encourage you to get here before the rush. 6 o'clock, the rush?
Usually in the midpoint of the event, so the sooner you get here, the better.
Well, Dan, I honestly, man, this is one of my favorite events, and it's a fun night for me because I'm going to be bouncing back and forth, but I'm excited about next week, too, and all the opportunities you guys give us to come out here and showcase what you're doing because more and more people need to see the sights and sounds of it all.
Well, like I always say, we couldn't do this without our sponsors, so make sure you look up our sponsors on the website. Go out and spend a few dollars with them because we couldn't do this without those partners.
Absolutely. So, Dan, I know that hopefully we'll be talking. I know Eventive's going to be coming up. I know you guys got some work to be doing, but thank you so much for helping me kick off this show, and thank you for letting us come out here today.
Thank you for being here.
No problem. You can get tickets to Jazz and Wine, as we just discussed, on metrotix.com, but you have a couple of hours to get on down to the amphitheater. Cloud cover, a nice breeze, wonderful food, great music, and now just you and your friends are missing. We'll see you right after this quick break on RiverBender.com and on Roku TV.
Dream Home Realty Center.
Hey Sherry, talk to me, Dream Team. We've got a showing.
We are Phillips 66 Wood River Refinery. We make the fuels that take us to work and our children to school. We make materials and energy products that allow us to stay connected to each other. We care about the quality and safety of our products because we care about the communities we share. Our employees live our
Not sure if you've noticed, but those advertised prices from the other dealers are just a bunch of blah, blah, blah. At Roberts Motors, the advertised price is the price you pay. And that, my friend, is great news for you. Don't fall for their so-called incentives that will leave you banging your head against the wall. Go with Roberts Motors. Prices you can trust and people you will like. That's the Roberts Motors way. And trust me, it's the way to go.
Ready for fantastic deals? Head to Village Dispensary, where every day is a celebration. Start your week with 25% off Dog Walker pre-rolls on Monday. Tuesday, enjoy 25% off Divs gummies. On Wednesday, enjoy 30% off Nevada pens. On Thursday, it's 30% off CQ sodas, margaritas, and more. Friday, enjoy 3.5 grams of Megatron by NGW and Cronuts No. 4 by Paul Bunyan for $25. Visit VillageDispo.com and shop now.
You're listening to Our Daily Show with Cj Nasello on RiverBender.com.
Even if they say you're wrong, well, it's all right.
Welcome back to Our Daily Show. We got the Mooble. God dang it, Ryan! I told you I was gonna do this. We got the Mobile here, and honestly, I got lucky, guys. Let me just tell you this. There is a line of people trying to get what I have in my hands right now. So I told people, we have Kent and Rochelle here, and I told people, I said, we need to sell fast passes for this event. You know, like Disney World. You know what I'm saying? Well, take me through. How long have you guys had the food truck?
So we rolled our food truck out in May of 2023, Memorial Day weekend. And so what we really are is we're a cattle company with a food truck.
No way.
So we raise our own beef.
That's cool.
In Lowndale, Missouri. It's an hour from here, basically.
An hour from St. Louis.
An hour,
we're a half hour from St.
Yeah,
Louis.
I mean, we're regional, so.
Yeah.
That's cool.
And it's a 4th generation family farm.
Wow.
And all our beef is pasture raised. We don't add any hormones or unnecessary antibiotics.
So you know when you're grabbing some food today, you know you're getting some great meat.
You are getting great meat, and it's delicious and healthy and wholesome.
Well, if it's okay for me to ask, take me through what the farm serves as outside of the food truck. Do you guys, is it just dairy? Do you guys provide meat too?
It's
and
all
of it?
beef.
All beef?
Yeah.
That is cool. And now take me through, what was the decision to get some wheels on the ground and start taking the beef to the people?
Just to spread the word. I mean, we had, with the farm, we took over from my parents in 2018, and then there hadn't been cattle there, and we put the cattle back on there, and then we started doing research on high density rotational grazing and just to like improve the quality of the land. And since we've been doing that, there's just been a vast increase in songbirds and all sorts of other small wildlife that's out there. So it's we're trying to mimic more natural patterns of grazing animals, and we just wanted to get the word out, and we figured we were making smash burgers. People loved them, and we thought, how hard could it be to do a food truck? I mean, a mobile restaurant. I mean,
no pressure.
No
pressure.
It's so easy.
It's just like cattle farming. Easy. I mean, all you have to worry about is is it raining? Is it sunny? Is there a flood? You know, live animals, diseases, who knows? It's all sorts of stuff.
Is it 110 degrees outside while you guys are cooking in there? No. Do you remember the first day you guys launched the food truck?
Oh yeah, very clearly. And it was a great day. We were really lucky. The people at Point Labadee Brewing in near Gray Summit.
I've heard of them. Yes.
Or in Labadee, actually. They are wonderful people, and they invited us to come out and let us do our inaugural event there.
Now, what were some of the learning curves you guys had to adapt?
Do you have a week? We're still learning today.
So I would say the thing that saves us is he has a real estate development background, and I have an economic development background. So I worked with a lot of small businesses and a lot of restaurants in my past work, and I learned a lot from watching them. And I think the biggest learning curve for us was really in the last year, I would say, is putting the team together, and that everyone faces that challenge. It's a regional, global challenge right now. So, but we have a great team.
I was just getting ready to say,
they're awesome people.
You guys really have it seems like the team that's down there right now is really all hands on deck and ready to work.
They are.
And
we are very lucky.
It's actually, people joke about flipping burgers, but our burger is such a technical burger to make, you wouldn't even believe how hard it is.
Really?
I mean, most people that we interview cannot make the burger because it just takes such grill skills, and and I know it sounds funny. People are like, oh
No,
my God.
no.
And then to be able to do it at speed and do it for hours and hours, and it's just like it's just like a dance that happens in there.
If you came and watched the grill, it's either like someone who's conducting a major symphony or playing a chess game. You know, it's a combination of the two.
Cool. How long did it take to perfect the technique?
Oh gosh.
Well, we worked on our burgers ourselves for like 3 years.
Yeah, I mean we've fiddled around with it at the farm through the pandemic, trying to figure out the right patty size and how to smash them and everything, and then when we started hiring people, they said, well, do this, and it's just evolved, and we've got all these different knowledge points that have been interposed here from people that have done it.
It's a team.
It is, and even like the food, we sampled so many different fries.
Don't even get me started on these. These should be illegal.
They are awesome. And we cook them in 100% tallow, so it's a very clean, I would say, oil. Like it doesn't have that aftertaste.
It's a simple fat, the way fries used to be made, instead of hydrogenated vegetable oil, which has 20 different
preservatives,
20 different ingredients, and they're 20 letters long. You can't pronounce it. This is just beef fat, and it's simple. It's great. Our buns and our bread we get from Companion.
Yeah.
And
they're baked in Maryland Heights.
Yeah, we wanted local, and so we've got a potato bun for the burger, and a potato bun for the slider, and sourdough for the chipotle mayo grilled cheese.
I am a snob when it comes to fries. Like, I am the biggest snob. These are seriously one of the best French fries I've ever had.
Yeah.
I mean, seriously, can I taste the burger? Is it okay?
Oh, yeah.
It's been staring me in the face. So you could have this if you get down here before the rush hits at 6:30. If this your first time here?
Yes.
Get ready for 6:30. It's scary.
It's gonna get crushed, huh?
Stop and get out of here. Oh my God. How long did it take you to make this and perfect it? Because this is seriously, the way the cheese hits it too is perfect.
Yeah.
It melts in your mouth.
Well, we fiddled around with getting the right amount of cheese, and you get it in there, and it's honestly, before I did this, I had not had American cheese in probably 20 years. And then I tried all these different cheeses, and I was like, American cheese, and it has the right melt point to melt down into the burger and into the patty, and then you get a double, and you got one patty on top of another, and it just kind of seals it in there. And the double is really a 4-ounce burger, so it's a regular size burger, but it just it's so full of flavor because it's seared on both sides, and then it's got the cheese that just soaks into the meat.
When you have whenever food makes you smile, you're doing something right.
Yeah.
Now, do you guys do only festivals? Do you do private events? Where do you bring the truck to?
Everything.
Really?
I mean, we're learning. We've only we've barely been on the track for a year, so this is our first lap around, and we do graduations, and we do
corporate parties,
and we do celebrations of life, and birthday parties, and
no one's complaining about
lunches.
The food then.
No. Everyone is really, really highly complimentary, and people tell us, "Oh, these are the best fries I've ever had in my life." And sadly, we can't get fries that are sourced from Missouri. It's not potato country, but we're trying to do the best that we can with local. I mean, we're sourcing a lot of our tomatoes now. They're Missouri, and we're talking to some people about lettuce and sourcing that locally.
Wow.
So
that's really cool though, because the mission's there. That's where I think that you guys have such a cool mission about it too, and that's what I think it's all kind of going. We got sauces.
Yeah.
So these are house made.
Okay.
All of them, and we've got a bourbon barbecue, a chipotle mayo, a smoky honey mustard, and a fry gravy.
So that was chipotle mayo.
Wonderful. The chipotle is perfectly matched with all the rest of it too. It doesn't kick you.
It's not too spicy.
It doesn't kick
but
you.
It's good.
Okay, so now it's the bourbon.
Yeah, that's a bourbon barbecue sauce. We make it in house, and generally I don't like barbecue sauces. And this is just...
Man, the glaze on that's perfect.
Yeah, it's got a little smoke to it.
Mm-hmm. And the consistency, it's not maple syrup.
No, it's not. It's not a sweet.
Now, what's this one?
That's smoky honey mustard.
Let's try that one.
That's a smoky honey mustard.
Oh, let's try this out. It's worth every bit of this taste test.
Oh, that's our fry gravy. I'm sorry.
That is incredible.
Yeah, that's the smoky honey mustard.
It has a nice spice to it too, or a nice punch to it.
Yeah, we use like a Dijon-based mustard.
Yeah.
And one of our burgers that we make is the Oklahoma style. So we have the grilled onions with smoky honey mustard and on the patty.
Oh.
It's really good with the...
You guys know what you're talking about. That's the good thing. The fry gravy is wonderful.
Yeah. So it's a mayonnaise-based sauce that has like a beef bouillon infusion and some other things into it.
Man, I'm telling you what. How long did... Now, sauces are tough. Did it take you guys a little bit to master the sauces, or those hit you pretty quick?
Oh, our crew has helped with... I mean, they're just like... They come up with such great ideas for things. We're always constantly... You know, with the beef company, we say, here's the freezer... You know, pick some beef, take it home, come up with some ideas. Like we did a couple weeks ago, we did steak frites, and we had flat iron steak, and it had been sous vide, and then it had a rub on it, and basically we thinly sliced it and seared it on the griddle in au jus from brisket that we cooked, and then it's put on top of the fries. And we ran out of time, and we used Chipotle mayo. Otherwise, we would have done our chimichurri sauce.
So this is just... Now, I got a question about the cattle farm, too. Can folks buy direct from you guys?
Yes.
Yeah.
Do you have a Facebook or website?
We do. It's our company.
Oh, please.
Is
because we'll link it on our articles.
Pierce Creek Cattle Company.
Thank you very much. And now, what are your takeaways of an event like this? It's your first time here. What are your thoughts so far?
Oh, so far it's been awesome.
Yeah,
I
we
mean,
haven't
people were
stepped
waiting
away
around
from-
our truck when we started.
Yeah, we haven't stepped away from the truck except to come up and give you a burger. You know? I mean,
Thank you for giving us a little break.
No, let me tell you something. I cheated. I cheated. I asked the event staff, and I asked the amphitheater, I said, who's right? They said, everybody. So I said, I got to do this on my own. I scouted. The line that was there at 4:15 was incredible, and I knew these are the people I got to talk to first.
Awesome.
I swear to God. Man, thank you so much for your time, both
Thank
of you.
you.
This has been wonderful.
Yeah,
Kent,
yeah.
Rochelle.
And then this is a Chipotle mayo grilled cheese. So we sear the bread with Chipotle mayo and grill it.
Stop! This is illegal. Is that available for taste?
This is for you.
No,
Oh, yeah.
let me taste
you.
it. Yeah, we'll taste it now. Hold on here. This is. We're gonna do one last taste test here. I told them 10 minutes, and we're already a little bit
Sorry.
longer than that.
You have to savor the food. It takes a while.
Every bit of this and then some.
Yeah.
Ryan, this is yours. This is mine. You guys got to get here before 6 o'clock, because they will. Are you guys have enough? You think you're going to sell out?
We hope we sell out.
We
That's
hope
our
we
goal.
sell out. you
Help
know.
them achieve their goal today.
We also we do a smoked brisket, and so we do a brisket burger, and it's one patty, and then it's got brisket on it and our bourbon barbecue sauce, and then we do a brisket sandwich today. Those are specials, and we've got a pepper jack burger, which is a double with bacon. The bacon's local bacon, locally sourced, and it's got our bourbon barbecue sauce on it as well. So, you know, we just try and partner with people and do things locally. And all the beef, we don't sell it. If someone calls, we have people that call from like Chicago or Denver, and they ask if we'll ship it, and I just tell them no, because we're trying to lower our carbon footprint and basically say, you know, we can sell, there's 4.5 million people in the metropolitan area, so it's our bad if we can't sell all of it here. We don't want to put it in boxes and send it in refrigerated shipping and add to the global mess. So that's part of our mission there, is just sell locally and just deliver things locally and be a local company.
I know I don't really go this deep on vendor or interviews during these type of events, but I got to ask you, being farmers in Missouri, having that cattle farm, how important is it to support your local farms? Because I know that in Missouri it's a big issue right now that farmland's being bought up by other entities. If I'm correct, I might be wrong.
Yeah. I'm not worried about farmland being bought up or farmland not being bought up. I mean,
just support local.
What we've done is we partner with our neighbor farms, and we then say, if you're raising it this way under these standards, then we will buy from you. So that's how we continue to grow without buying up all the ground ourselves. and so we've got a lot of neighbors, and they're doing it. We had some steers who were brought to our farm today from another farm that was 15 minutes away from us, and they, they work with us. So we're very concentrated on working with all the local people here and building up this connection between the country and the city.
Man, I love it. Seriously, keep up the mission, because it's not every day because everyone that I've talked to that's food truck, it's great and we love them, but to have a real mission behind it too and to hear the story. Thank you guys so much for your time, the great food. You got to get to the Mobile.
They're wondering where we're at.
I got it, the Mobile. We got the Mobile. Get to the Mobile. We're on top of the amphitheater hill. You stay there. I'll stay here. RiverBender.com, Roku TV. More of our live show after this.
Macias Insurance Agency, providing quality products with extremely competitive prices. As an independent provider, we source multiple companies to offer the best rates possible, covering auto, home, business, and life insurance. Our goal is to provide quality service that meets and exceeds customer expectations. You can rest easy knowing the Macias team is working round the clock to ensure that both you and the most important parts of your life are covered. Our qualified professionals make the insurance process easy so you can live carefree and focus on what matters most. Visit MaciasInsuranceAgency.com today to find out what our team can do for you.
Picture This and More has been a trusted name in the Alton community for more than 30 years, with the last 3 being right here on Broadway. We specialize in quality framing at affordable prices. We also feature works by local artists because we're proud of our community. If you have valued treasures to display and preserve, we're sure to have the perfect fit with our large selection of custom framing and display options. Whatever color, shape, or size, Picture This and More has the look you need. Stop by today and let us help you with your next project.
For the biggest selection of pre-owned cars, trucks, and SUVs in the Riverbend, visit AltonToyota.com or stop by their location on the Homer Adams Parkway in Alton. Winner of the prestigious President's Award, Munganast Burkhardt Alton Toyota knows how to treat their customers, and they will help you find the vehicle that is perfect for you. For years, Munganast Toyota has been a fixture in the Riverbend, and now Munganast Burkhardt carries the tradition. New name, but the same great service you've come to expect.
I had an amazing experience with Dr. Haug and her team. I came here when I was 10 years old to get my braces on. Now I'm 28 years old, braces off, and I get so many compliments on my smile. It's helped me thrive in my career as a news reporter, and also as Miss Missouri USA, I took the stage with confidence, knowing my smile was gonna make me look like $1 million. I've never felt better and more confident because of my smile.
No matter the season, Play It Again Sports in Edwardsville has the gear the athletes need to get in the game. Whether you're shopping for the newest sports equipment or saving money on quality used gear, Play It Again Sports carries what you need to maximize performance to get the most out of every swing, kick, stroke, or shot. We'll even buy your used goods, paying cash on the spot. We carry all the gear for all the sports all year long. We're your hometown sporting goods store. Play It Again Sports, conveniently located at 4 Club Center Court in Edwardsville.
Welcome back to our daily show. Here's CJ.
Dream Home Realty Center.
Hey Sherry, talk to me, Dream Team. We've got showing.
We are Phillips 66 Wood River Refinery. We make the fuels that take us to work and our children to school. We make materials and energy products that allow us to stay connected to each other. We care about the quality and safety of our products because we care about the communities we share. Our employees live our values of safety, honor, and a commitment to act as good neighbors where we live and operate. We are Phillips 66.
You won't find a better health club than Nautilus Fitness Center. More cardio, more free weights and equipment, more classes, a swimming pool, and more. If you're serious about your health and want to make a change, then stop thinking about it and visit Nautilus Fitness Center on Industrial Drive in Alton. Don't fall for the hype you get from the other health clubs. Nautilus is the Riverbend's premier health club. Has been for years and will be for years to come. Get to Nautilus Fitness Center and get started on a healthier new you.
Not sure if you've noticed, but those advertised prices from the other dealers are just a bunch of blah, blah, blah. At Roberts Motors, the advertised price is the price you pay. And that, my friend, is great news for you. Don't fall for their so-called incentives that will leave you banging your head against the wall. Go with Roberts Motors. Prices you can trust and people you will like. That's the Roberts Motors way. And trust me, it's the way to go.
Ready for fantastic deals? Head to Village Dispensary, where every day is a celebration. Start your week with 25% off Dog Walker pre-rolls on Monday. Tuesday, enjoy 25% off Divs gummies. On Wednesday, enjoy 30% off Nevada pens. On Thursday, it's 30% off CQ sodas, margaritas, and more. Friday, enjoy 3.5 grams of Megatron by NGW and Cronuts No. 4 by Paul Bunyan for $25. Visit VillageDispo.com and shop now.
You're listening to Our Daily Show with Cj Nasello on RiverBender.com.
Rushing till life's no fun. All I really gotta do is live and die, but I'm in a hurry and don't know why. Don't know why. I have to drive.
All right, I'm a little bit thirsty over here. There's so much food. We got Christy and Christina with the Alton Middle School cheerleaders. How you girls doing today?
Good.
So take me through. You guys are the volunteers on hand. You're down at the drink tent, correct?
We are.
And you're slinging cold drinks and alcoholic ones too, correct?
Correct.
There you go. So how busy has it been so far for the crew down there?
We've been super busy. We're almost sold out of Dr. Pepper.
You're almost sold out of Dr. Pepper.
Through the whole place. Yep.
Well, you better get her soon if you want Dr. Pepper, I guess.
Right.
So, take me through the middle school cheerleading team. You guys are just starting the school year, and has the team been hard at work throughout the summer?
Oh, yes. Since the end of last year.
Really?
Practicing.
Yep. What's it look like? Or what's that kind of look like, the schedule?
Well, every day.
Yeah,
except
every
for
day.
Fridays.
Over the summer, they did 2 days of practice. They did CrossFit and tumbling as well.
Plus camps. They did camps too.
That's incredible. And that's something I've never learned about before. So hard at work all summer long and keeping you guys on your toes, I'm guessing, too.
Very much so. Yes. Working on their stunting and everything.
So when the opportunity came to lend your guys' hands and volunteer tonight for the community, did everyone kind of jump on that and want to be a part of it?
Yeah. We're all a big, good team together. Yes.
Well, and now have you guys had experience as vendors before?
This
is my first year.
First year?
I helped last year do the beer cart, so for the AMS.
Did you have any tips for Christy over here for how to make this a seamless process?
No. Not at all.
No.
So what are the you guys are part of the cool thing about volunteering is we can help donate a little bit to the Alt Middle School cheerleaders while we're up there ordering our drinks. And what do some of those funds generate towards? Is it equipment? Is it track suits? Is it warm up gear? Take me through that.
We're in the process right now of buying new uniforms for competition, and then we are in desperate need of new floor mats for where they practice.
Yes.
So that's what we're hoping to raise money for.
And now, if someone that's watching right now on RiverBender.com and Roku TV was being very generous today and just wanted to say, hey, we wanted to support the cheerleaders and get them those new mats, do you guys accept donations?
Oh, yes.
Absolutely.
I always like to throw that out there just in case someone's feeling froggy on the 24th of August, But I think it's really good to know that you guys are out here and willing to give your time to help the team and help raise some funds. And now, are some of the girls on hand helping out too?
They can't help with the beer, but they're walking around trying to get people to come over. So
well, that's part of the process.
There is another one out there, so don't stay away from them. But we do have big signs that say AMS cheer on our beer cart. So,
and it's the art of selling too. Now you got to get them over to your tent.
Yep.
Now, how many folks are on hand with you guys today?
It's like 6.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
Now, are your daughters is first year in cheerleading at Alton Middle School?
No, this is her third.
Third year and same. And have they enjoyed their time with the cheerleading group?
Oh, very much so.
Just always cool to know, because Alton Athletics is a really great organization from middle school to high school and all the way through. And are they going to pursue this in high school as well and continue?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, there we go. Now, what's competition season look like? I've always wondered that.
Our first competition will be the Saturday or Sunday after Thanksgiving. It's always crazy.
It's at the high school.
At the high school here in Alton. And we travel. That's the other thing fun to go to is we travel to Springfield and Peoria to compete. So we have to pay for hotel rooms for the girls, busing, and all of that. So.
Well, that's very important to know.
So, and they love it.
So we need you guys to go and get some soda, maybe 15 or 20 Coors Lights, tip.
Yes.
You know,
I mean, we take cards.
Yeah.
We take cash too.
We'll take credit card tips.
You take card and cash down there?
Yes.
Oh, shoot, where have I been? And I
know.
happen to do shows actually every event here, and I still didn't know that. What's the most fun about being a part of a day like today?
I just like to talk to people. So.
Yeah.
That's why I do the job.
Yeah, I think getting to know the parents better.
See, I think that's a good team building thing too, all across the board. Because it seems like once the parents are on page, you know, with the team does a little bit better too that way.
Oh, absolutely.
Really cool.
Yes. We're one big family.
One big family? That's awesome. And now, with that being said, are you guys going to serve all night long until 8 o'clock?
Yes.
Well, that means you guys got a couple of more opportunities to come on down.
That's right.
Well, Dr. Pepper's getting ready to go, you know?
But we've got Diet Dr. Pepper.
That we do.
Oh, well, yeah. Now, I got a question. What's the hardest part of a day like today?
Just the heat.
The heat.
It is a little warm out here.
Yeah. And telling your kids not to spend any money.
No, we got cloud cover, though.
Yes.
Thank goodness for
There's a breeze.
And the breeze is nice. What do you think about the band? They're not bad.
Yeah, they're pretty good.
Well, and now you guys have opportunities to come down, support the Alton Middle School cheerleaders. What were those funds going towards again?
New competition, cheer outfits, floor mats, busing, hotels
food.
for competition. Yes.
And keep supporting the
Yes.
athletes of our school district.
right.
Now, are they all good students too?
Oh yes.
Yeah.
There we go.
They're all high honor. Most of them are all high honor roll or honor roll. So.
That's why I always ask,
Yeah.
because our school district's got some really smart athletes too.
Very much so.
And just best of luck with competition season as it gets going.
you.
And now, do they have anything to do before competition season right now? Is there some football games
Yeah.
they're out at?
Yep, we do football cheer.
Today was their first game for football.
How'd it go?
It was good. It was hot.
One got the second game got canceled because of the heat, but
It
the
was
first
pretty
game
warm.
we won. I believe we
Yeah,
won.
we
I
did.
wasn't 14.
Middle school's got a
14 to
good
12.
football program. Well, you know, Christy and Christina, thank you guys so much for popping by and saying hi. We just wanted to make sure we gave you guys some props for volunteering your time today. We like to do that with everyone we can. We'll take a quick break. Come out and support the Alton Middle School cheerleaders. You stay there. I'll stay here on top of the amphitheater hill. It's RiverBender.com, Roku TV. It's our daily show. Where's my mouse? I can't see it. On a Saturday.
Dream Home Realty Center.
Hey Sherry, talk to me, Dream Team. We've got Joey.
We are Phillips 66 Wood River Refinery. We make the fuels that take us to work and our children to school. We make materials and energy products that allow us to stay connected to each other. We care about the quality and safety of our products because we care about the communities we share. Our employees live our values of safety, honor, and a commitment to act as good neighbors where we live and operate. We are Phillips 66.
You won't find a better health club than Nautilus Fitness Center. More cardio, more free weights and equipment, more classes, a swimming pool, and more. If you're serious about your health and want to make a change, then stop thinking about it and visit Nautilus Fitness Center on Industrial Drive in Alton. Don't fall for the hype you get from the other health clubs. Nautilus is the Riverbend's premier health club. Has been for years and will be for years to come. Get to Nautilus Fitness Center and get started on a healthier new you.
Not sure if you've noticed, but those advertised prices from the other dealers are just a bunch of blah, blah, blah. At Roberts Motors, the advertised price is the price you pay. And that, my friend, is great news for you. Don't fall for their so-called incentives that will leave you banging your head against the wall. Go with Roberts Motors. Prices you can trust and people you will like. That's the Roberts Motors way. And trust me, it's the way to go.
Ready for fantastic deals? Head to Village Dispensary, where every day is a celebration. Start your week with 25% off Dog Walker pre-rolls on Monday. Tuesday, enjoy 25% off Divs gummies. On Wednesday, enjoy 30% off Nevada pens. On Thursday, it's 30% off CQ sodas, margaritas, and more. Friday, enjoy 3.5 grams of Megatron by NGW and Cronuts number 4 by Paul Bunyan for $25. Visit VillageDispo.com and shop now.
You're listening to Our Daily Show with Cj Nasello on RiverBender.com.
Alrighty, we're back. 5:21. That's the time on top of the Amphitheater Hill. And only, man, for what they thought this day was going to be, to have the high 80s at most is just a gorgeous evening for you guys to come and fill your bellies up. We got Sam Foxman, Eventive, and friend of the show, Dan Herkert, back here on the other end of the dais down there. Guys, how has the day been for both of you?
Oh man, it's been fantastic. Thanks for having us. The wind is starting to pick up, the sun's starting to go down. It's a beautiful day and there's a lot of food.
Well, and what I think's great is just seeing all the families that are out here just finding their spot on the concourse, Sam, and just enjoying a nice afternoon.
Yeah, it's such a diverse audience. You've got families, it's date night, it's people hanging out that are just trying new food for the first time.
And you know, that's what I thought was fun too, because there was a couple of couples, no pun intended if that is a pun, and they were sitting there and one went to one food truck, another went to another, and it's like, all right, now let me try a little bit of that. Now I'll try a little bit of this. It made it really cool to see.
That's the beauty of it. I mean, wouldn't you say that, Dan, that like most people try at least 2 trucks?
At least 2, and some you'll see a whole group of friends that have been coming for years that set up their own 10x10s. They will probably sample at least half the trucks.
That's incredible. And, you know, Sam, take me through your partnership with this guy down here in the Amphitheater Commission, the Eventive Amphitheater Commission partnership. How tight is it, and how great has it been working together?
Oh, my gosh. We are so grateful for our partnership with the city. And, you know, this really came from, a dream that started with the mayor, city officials that wanted to really create the center stage, if you will, for the city, and host events that had a purpose, that would entertain the region. And that was 10 years ago. And we've seen so many successes since then. And our partnership has just been not only one of trust, but also experimentation and knowing what works and really doing the work behind the success. And it's been great, and I can't wait for the future.
Well, and Dan and I have talked about this time and time again, is that, you know, when the season officially ends after the expo, you guys are just getting started for the next year. And take me through what that looks like in the off-season through Eventive and the Commission to decide what 2025 looks like.
Well, we give Dan about a month.
if that.
Yeah, and no joke. And then
Seriously.
we typically recap the season, and then we're on to planning.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
Because I've never talked to you about that.
As a commission, we're already looking at budget items for next year.
Well, and you know, in a day like this, it's not, you know, the Scotty McCreery show with all the lights on the stage, but there's still components that have to be put into place to set this up. Take me through Sauce Magazine's role in this, and how important it is to have them a part of this day as well.
That was actually something that we both agreed on in the very beginning. At the time, the magazine was owned by a friend of mine, Allison, and I called her immediately. I said, hey, crazy idea. We want to build one of the biggest food truck events in the region, and we want to do it in Alton. And, you know, her reaction to that was, I love it because nobody's done it. It sounds amazing. And at the same time, Dan and I and others, this was one of the first ancillary events that we talked about. So this was early on.
Mm-hmm.
Well, and now we were trying to decide, is it 9 or 10 years this year?
I think it's 10.
See, I think it's 10 as well. I think we're at 10.
Because we lost 2020 to COVID, so otherwise this would be the 11.
Well, and what I think's cool is, like, Dan has his own mental clock when it comes to a day like today. He knows, he just told me, at 5:30 to 6:30, get ready to see the explosion of folks coming in for the second run. Yep. Do you almost have a mental clock for events like this too, Sam, on your end of things, where it's like, all right, around this time, that's when the concourse fills up? And
Yeah, and I think that whether it's Alton or really any outdoor event, there's a cadence to it, and there are things to expect, but part of our job is expecting the unexpected.
Yeah.
And that's something that we also have become accustomed to here. But yeah, we've done this event and some of the other events, Expo, Jazz and Wine, for a number of years. So not only are we perfecting them, but we're also anticipating.
Yeah. Well, and I wanted to touch on something real quick, and that's just what it looks like when you're getting through a big show like Scotty McCreery, because you guys were here early. I mean, I saw you guys here at 11. I figured now that we have you at the table, let's talk about it. What the folks I'm sure we didn't see as we were getting ourselves ready to go to see a good show was all the hard work that was going on months, weeks before they even got to the stage. You want to talk about that a little bit, guys?
That process probably started in January.
Yeah.
And probably an offer in February or March, somewhere in there. And so to do a show like that doesn't come together overnight. There's months of work that goes into it. And we, as a bunch of volunteers on the commission, couldn't do it without Sam and his team.
And Sam, what's that look like with your team as you're trying to find what would work best with what the amphitheater's looking at, what they want to do, and how it goes into routing and all the fun stuff that goes into play?
Yeah, so as Dan mentioned, we start working on talent very early, literally in January and February. And it's a combination of really understanding who's touring, what the artist's schedule is, does it work for Alton, and it's the research behind, is this the right act? Is it going to sell the right amount of tickets? Is it the right for the audience? Is it going to draw? So all of that work starts early on. Then once that is booked, then it's the pre-work of, okay, what does the artist need to perform at their best? So what do the sound and lights look like? What is the staging looking like? What is the front of house looking like? Not to mention all the stuff that Dan works on with the infrastructure here, food and beverage, etc.
Man, it's really cool, though, to hear all of the different components, because Dan and I talk about it on the show all the time, but to hear it from you, Sam, is a really interesting take and a really fascinating one, too, just to know all the work that does go in. Now we're talking food. That's why we're here. You got until 8 o'clock, but you really got till about 6:30 to really get here before the craze comes. Now you can still get lucky and sweet talk a few vendors by 7:30, but have you found one yet? Is there a go-to Sam Foxman vendor?
I've got my eye on a couple, that's for sure.
I'm telling you what, I had cheeseburgers brought up to me, brisket, wonderful potato chips. I don't know what else I can...
Listen, that sandwich that you were gnawing on looked pretty good. I liked it.
I'm telling you what, that was the Beastcraft. That was the Beastcraft brisket, wasn't it? Well, and what's your message to the community of Alton that is getting ready? If they haven't stopped by yet, Sam, they're getting ready to, or they're coming to Jazz and Wine next week or the Expo. What's your takeaway just for them coming to the amphitheater? How important is it?
To me, I think that this is one of the most scenic outdoor experiences you can have with entertainment. I mean, just the vista behind the stage is very unique. And the things that are being done here are pretty acclaimed. Like, we have been voted one of the best jazz festivals in the Midwest.
Wow.
For wine and jazz. This is one of the largest food truck festivals in the Midwest. So it really is unique to the amphitheater, unique to Alton, and it does draw people from around the region. And just to be part of that, I'd say come check it out. I mean, there is nothing else like it.
And Dan, before I move on and we talk and wrap this up here in a second, Sam, how long have you been in the industry of booking acts and being in event promotion?
You want me to
I gotta
date
ask.
myself.
I gotta ask.
I think it's 29 years.
And how is it, in the 29 years, when you find a partnership like the amphitheater partnership, because those aren't every day you have something that kind of just fits like a glove.
Yeah.
That's got to be a little unheard of.
Yeah, I think that when it works, it works. And the key to any relationship, obviously, is trust, listening, and being flexible. I mean, when Dan and I went through the COVID years together, flood years together, where we were, had to move a show from the amphitheater
Steve
to another.
Miller.
I still have nightmares.
That's right. I mean, that's when a relationship gets put to the test, and we came through with flying colors because both sides are ready to jump in and make it happen.
Well, and just always bring up Steve Miller. We could not have done that without the expertise of Eventive, and pulled that off in a matter of a week and a half at most.
Yes. Well, and seriously, guys, I mean this, and I'm not saying this because you're both bigger than me and you're right in front of me, but you guys have a really great thing going. And for this to happen at our amphitheater when, on a Friday or a Saturday night, we can go and sample some of the best food trucks in the region and then have a view like this, live music, and then to catch up with friends and family, it's priceless.
Well, I say it every time we talk. It all comes down to the money. So go out and patronize those sponsors that you see. If there's anybody out there that is a potential sponsor, come down. If you like what you see, we'd be happy to form a partnership with you and get you involved.
And, guys, with that being said, the best of luck as this festival keeps wrapping up. You have until 8 o'clock to get here, and we're going to keep moving on because we got to go see another amphitheater commissioner here in a couple of minutes. But Sam, Dan, thank you so much for letting me be a part of this today.
Thanks for having us.
Thanks for being here.
And for all of you at home, get on out here. You got 2.5 I hope my math's right. 2.5 hours, Ryan? That's dangerous. 2.5 hours to come sample some of the greatest food trucks in the region. Say hi to Sam, Dan, and listen to Rock My